Hi, everyone. I can't see who's in here, who's not yet for some reason, but I hope everyone's having a good, what is today? Wednesday. It's been what? It's been a couple days since I've been on here, but I have missed you guys tremendously. I hope you guys are doing well. So this here about Without a Crystal Ball, because I'm trying to take this really seriously. So it's going to be broken up into either 2 or 3 parts, okay? And today we are going to just be discussing her actions, meaning her behavior, how she acts, how she treats her subscribers. Then part 2, it's going to be with all of the people that Without a Crystal Ball has gotten into it with. Part 3, if there's a part 3, hopefully I can squeeze everything into part 2. But if not, that's how we're going to do it, because I think I'm in over my head, you guys, because I like to be a very thorough researcher, and Without a Crystal Ball is probably one of the most problematic creators that I have ever done research on. And I'm not saying that they're haven't done research on every single creator. So obviously I'm sure there's other creators that are just as problematic as Without a Crystal Ball. However, this is the first creator that I have ever went in depth and seen so much. There's just so much, and I'm not going to be able to talk about every little thing. It's just mostly talking about the bigger issues with her. And I just want to talk about her behavior today. So her behavior as far as how she treats people. So let's just put it in her actions, how she treats people. I don't want to flat out say she's a narcissist. I'm not a counselor. I'm not a professional, but she definitely shows all the characteristics of that, in my opinion, from the things that I've watched. And I'm still not done researching. That's why it has to be into 2 or 3 parts. Maybe 4, shit, I don't know. But let me see. Hey, Xylee, how are you, beautiful? The Scoop with Barb, Scarlett, Goose, how are you? Just Carry Me, Ninja Girl, it's good to see you guys. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. It's actually going to be pretty short. There are a few things that I want to show you guys, and then I want to talk to you guys about my experience with her and how she treated me. So let's get started, shall we? Hold on. Let's do the intro.
Sound right, boys. it sound right, boys.
Okay. So how are you guys? I hope you guys are good. Okay, so let me take it to when I first, it's pretty crazy. Some of you guys may know this story already, some of you guys may not. But when I first started doing my channel, obviously it's your choice. Everyone has a YouTube channel, but it's your choice if you want to be a creator, right? I created my channel in 2017, and I started doing videos in 2019, makeup videos. And as I was doing makeup and, started watching Tati, that's where I was more or less introduced to Without a Crystal Ball, because at that time, Tati was suing her for defamation. So then I started watching Without a Crystal Ball. And to be honest with you, I actually liked her at first. And then I started seeing a lot of the shady things that she has done. Then I started doing research. Then I'm like, okay, and just started watching who she is as a person. And that's when I chose to add commentary to my channel. She's the inspiration behind that, because I had so much to say about this woman that I added commentary to my channel. So that is how my channel Makeup and Commentary started, because of Without a Crystal Ball. I had so much to say. There was so much going on. So I have done probably about 2-3 videos about Without a Crystal Ball. And to be honest with you, I've spoken with people. I've met some great people in the anti-KJ community, but I definitely wouldn't say that it was something that I was a part of, because most people that are in the anti-KJ community, they obviously get a bad rep. There are some people who are in it for the wrong reasons. And then there are some people who really are passionate about spreading awareness about Without a Crystal Ball. And I feel like some people get too caught up in it. And I've met people like that too. They get so caught up in it, and it has definitely turned into a side of where people do not very good things when it comes to Without a Crystal Ball. They're not handling it in a classy way. And then there's another side where people do handle it in a classy way, and they try to keep it classy. They do it with integrity. And then there's some people that just get so caught up in their despise for her that their emotions get involved and things like that. And I guess that's inevitable. Your emotions are always going to get involved. But I feel like some people just get too carried away with it. Just recently, and that'll be in part 2 or part 3, whatever, I know that there was somebody who was stalking Without a Crystal Ball. But here's the one thing that I will say very, very clearly. I will honestly say, in my opinion, that Without a Crystal Ball is not a huge creator. She's not like a huge creator. She has, I think she's currently on maybe 250K, right? Which is a huge accomplishment. That's awesome. However, she's not, with how many subscribers this woman has, she doesn't have millions of subscribers, but I will say that she gets a lot of hate for the small amount of subscribers that she has, compared to somebody like, I don't know, Jeffree Star, who has millions upon millions of subscribers. So everything Jeffree Star does, people are going to talk about everything he does, everything he doesn't do. But what I will say about Without a Crystal Ball is she has a lot of people that don't like her, a lot of channels that are against her. And she's very small compared to other problematic creators where they're constantly being attacked or whatever. She's pretty small compared to how many people don't like her. Okay. So I will say that. But I want to start off by saying some nice things about her. There's a reason that there's over 12K people on the subreddit. You're right. Hey, just another troll. Okay. Let's start off by saying some nice things. Without a Crystal Ball is very motivated. She seems like she has really great work ethic. She's come very far. She seems like she works very hard. She's very consistent. She seems very articulate. She does seem very intelligent. She seems like she can be funny at times. I'm sure there's more nice things about her. I don't watch her that much. She is very presentable when you watch her. You know, she is, you know, she has her makeup done. I can respect that because that's what I do. She seems to very much love her family. Okay. For those of you that don't know, she has, excuse me, she has a husband. She has one child, if I'm not mistaken, with just one. And yeah, that's good. That's good. But on the other hand, everything that you see on the thumbnail to me is what she is. She's very entitled. She's very entitled. No matter what the situation is, somehow it's always ends up about her. When the whole Tati thing was going on, instead of her taking responsibility or some kind of accountability, because she said some really horrible things about Tati. She said horrible things about Tati's husband, who has nothing really that much to do with social media. She don't want nobody talking about her husband, but yet she has said some really horrible things about Tati, including talking about Tati's makeup, which is like, girl, that's like the OG of makeup. What the fuck? But yeah, she just, to me personally, from my experience with her, she's not a nice person. But everyone has their own opinion about her. And like I said, I do think that she has really good work ethic. She wouldn't be where she is if she didn't have good work ethic, right? I would say she's toned it down a lot until she doxed Charlotte and Sassy a couple weeks ago. Yes, and I will be talking about that in part 2. She does have hard work ethic, but with her, in my opinion, I think it takes away from her being the best parent, which is important given that her child is medically fragile. Exactly. Her obsession over SA and CSAM is very concerning. Okay, I'll be back in the bushes. Hey, Irvin. Okay, let me go up and read some more comments before I show you guys a little bit of her behavior. I'm glad she was good for something. Thank you for realizing we aren't all the same. Absolutely. Hey, gumdrops with unicorns. Wait, gumdrops and unicorns with Muzz. No, too caught up with KJ, not possible. She has a huge amount of hate because of her behavior. I agree. I'm just saying that she's not a huge platform compared to the amount of hate that she gets. Like, she gets hate so much that you would think that she has millions and millions of subscribers, and she doesn't. She has a fairly small platform versus all of the hate that she gets. You know what I'm saying? Not versus, but in comparison to all the hate that she gets a lot of hate for such a small platform, in my opinion. There's a reason that there's over 12K people on the subreddit. That's a lot of people. I read that already, but that's a lot of people that don't like her already. Like, I mean, it never stops. Hey, Magician's Manor. I think that's all the comments for now. Hey, that girl, how are you? Okay, so there's a channel that I run across, and I feel like it is the perfect example of her behavior. And I want to commentate on it a little bit, not the whole thing, but I want to show you guys. Here's the thing Without a Crystal Ball. She's different on YouTube compared to Instagram, because she goes on Instagram a lot. And when she goes on Instagram, her true colors really start to show. When she is on YouTube, she tries to maintain herself in just such a professional way, for the most part. But in the same sense, on IG, she's yelling, screaming at people, she's drinking, she's doing all kinds of shit, okay? And that's why I'm so happy that I ran across this channel, because it kind of, when she goes live on Instagram, she deletes it right after. Very rarely does she keep a live up. I don't know if live streams stay up on Instagram or not, but very rarely does her live stay up. And this channel is able to capture those moments, and it's my new favorite channel. Let's just put it that way, because there's one instance Without a Crystal Ball that I will never get over, okay? And I'll tell you guys in a second. And this is kind of when this is kind of when hey, Save Robbie. This is kind of when I backed off. I'll never forget this. This is when she was really, really stressed out about what was going on with her and Tati. I'm pretty sure that was going on at that time. And she either was on a live stream or it may have been YouTube. And she was talking about something very sensitive, trigger warning, about how she almost lost a child. Okay. And this was a members only live stream. This was a members only. So it had to be YouTube. Okay, I'm sorry. It was YouTube. This was a members only live stream. And she was talking about, telling her story about it. So in her members only live stream, people that pay her, okay, they pay her money, they're members. This one lady was literally confiding in everyone. And she was talking about how she did lose a child. Trigger warning, telling you again, one of the mods put a trigger warning in the... So because of that, Without a Crystal Ball got very upset, because her audience, her members only live stream wasn't staying on topic. They weren't talking about what she was talking about. She was getting very upset. And even throughout that time, if I was to try to give Without a Crystal Ball the benefit of the doubt, that was out the window once I seen how she treated her members. Like, okay, these are paying members and you shouldn't treat anybody that way. But it was total disregard for this lady. And I understand, yes, when you're doing a live stream, you want people to stay on topic. But also when you're doing such a highly sensitive live stream like that, and you're talking about almost losing a child. Now, mind you, almost. Without a Crystal Ball didn't lose her child. Okay, thank God. But this other lady that was in the comments, she did. So the fact that woman felt so comfortable to be able to open up and even talk about that, for Without a Crystal Ball to scold her audience, to scold these people because they were consoling her, because like I said, This woman lost her child. Katie Joy was only talking about how she almost lost her child. Like I said, thank God that she didn't. But the point is that this woman, she literally scolded everyone in her members only live stream, and then also scolded this woman who confided and just felt comfortable. And then you had everybody in the comment sections just trying to console her and be, a positive reinforcement, trying to tell her, everything's going to be okay, whatever. And she totally blatantly yelled at her audience and yelled at this woman at such a sensitive moment. If you want your audience to stay on topic, well, I could see if they were talking about something completely different from what she was talking about. But no, this lady was freaking talking about her experience that she had, just like Katie Joy did. And she was scolded. It was horrible. From that moment, it made me see who Without a Crystal Ball really is. Everything always has to be about her. It's literally everything. I just feel like she has no compassion for anybody, no empathy for anybody. That's the problem that I had with her. And like I said, even if I was close to giving her the benefit of the doubt at that moment, I couldn't anymore after that. I was done. I'm like, that woman is evil, in my opinion. She thought she was in a safe place. Exactly, Mary. Do you remember that? She thought she was in a safe place. She thought, oh my gosh, like this is somebody that I look up to, that I'm subscribed to, that I watch on a daily basis, that has went through some of the same issues that I went through. So she felt safe enough to confide about what she's been through, and she was totally shot down and made to feel like she was just this horrible person. Because no, Without a Crystal Ball, this is about me. This is about me. We're not talking about anybody else. You guys, can you please stay on topic? But everyone was staying on topic. They were just consoling this woman. Because mind you, like I said, this woman lost a child. Katie Joy didn't. She almost did. The least you could have did was take 2 minutes to console this woman right along with your members, right? These are paying members, a members only live stream. The least you could have done is console her too, and then get back to you and your sad story. I could go on and on and on, but I'm going to show you guys something. So hold on. Thank you guys all for being here. Hey, Megan VR. Hey, beautiful. Thank you for being here. Okay. Who am I missing here? Mary, Stephanie, Agenbroad, thank you for being here. Allegedly with Britt, how you doing, beautiful? Stina Marie, plus she had asked the audience if they had ever been in the hospital with their kids. That's how the convo started. Exactly. And I was watching that. It was very heartbreaking, Mary. Very heartbreaking. So if she could have made it a really good live, but instead she didn't. Exactly. It could have been made to where everyone's consoling each other, and instead it was her yelling at her audience, telling them to stay on topic and make sure that they continue to talk about her. Okay. Ridiculous. Just ridiculous. Okay, so hold on 1 second. Not so break it. Without a Crystal Ball, worried about everyone else's business, all up in the Chrysalis knows best. I'm gonna get to that too. Thank you, Carrie. I'm going to get to that too. Don't worry about that. This is more about her behavior. This is about not technically, I've never really had like a personal experience with her. That's my experience with her. My experience with her, I'm pretty sure I did get into it with her in a comment section before, but who hasn't, right? Like, who hasn't gotten into it with her? Okay, 1 second here. Stop the camera for a second. Okay, 1 second. Okay, so this is a channel that I recently found that I've been watching quite a bit. I will link everything below, but I'm going to show you guys. This channel is absolutely amazing because, and that obviously puts in a lot of effort, a lot of work, because like I told you guys, she deletes the majority of her what do you call them, the Instagram live streams. So I'm going to link everything down below with this channel, and I want to commentate on a few things that on here, and it gives you a little bit of idea of her behavior and how she treats people. And I'm pretty sure if it's not this one, it's another one where it literally shows you how she's yelling at her audience about what she was talking about, almost losing a child. So here we go. You guys are going to hear my child in the background playing Minecraft. Sorry. He's being really loud, getting upset, banging on his Xbox. And if he bangs on his Xbox again, I'm going to go and take it from him. So do you guys see why I don't go live early? Ugh, okay.
Instagram page, and she said she would not be happy until my entire platform was destroyed. And I thought, what is it that I do that it bothers you so much?
I do judge, and I'm snarky. People say I'm judgy, and they act like that's an insult. It's literally not an insult. This is a commentary opinion channel. So calling me judgy, it really doesn't insult me. It's literally...
Well, I beg to differ, because she literally gets offended by everything anybody tells her. She cannot take constructive criticism. You say one thing to her, and it's like, oh my, she tries to shut it down. She couldn't get up on a panel with me. Let's continue.
Really just reconfirming what this channel is all about. Yay!
It all comes back to me getting better at responding. And I have to tell you, I agree with you 100,000%. This is distracting, it's unprofessional, and it creates a negative experience for all of you.
Why am I always touching the left side of
Yeah, thank you.
my head? Why not? Does it bother you? Does it bother you that I touch my body? Why do you always ask me questions about my hair? Does it bother you that I touch my hair? I think that's the silliest question to ask someone. I'm deflecting about my hair. Why do I touch my hair is deflecting? That's hilarious. Okay. I touch my hair because I touch my hair. Who cares? It's not that serious. Why do you breathe? You know, it's kind of like that question. Yay, hair. So much hair. Because it makes me look insecure and self-obsessed. Well, no, it's more like a tick. Do you guys have something that you self-soothe? And if I was self-absorbed and self-obsessed, why would it matter? I'll touch my hair if I want to.
The steps I'm going to be taking is making sure that if I read something, I don't react immediately. I get a lot of...
She doesn't do that. So I don't know when that live stream was done, but she always reacts immediately. No matter what she sees about her, she always reacts. Hey, Manny Kitty. Hey, everyone just joining. I'm just commentating on this awesome channel real quick. And I'm pretty sure what I was talking about is, why do you breathe? My body does that. Okay.
Comments and a lot of questions. If you guys want me to respond kindly
and not feel ganged up on or attacked. Consider how you would ask a friend the same question. So if you would talk to your mother or your friend the same way that you speak to me online,
Fuck you.
that's how I would.
That's how she acts on Instagram. That's how she acts. She cusses people out. That's all she does. And you go and you try to catch that, and it's gone.
would want you to talk to me.
Fuck off, Lizzie.
I would want you to talk to me in a way that is respectful.
Who else wants me to say fuck off?
To be more thoughtful in how I view comments.
Georgia, do you need a hobby? Do you need a friend? Georgia, are you the creepy stalker that like stalked Michael Long? Goodbye.
I hope that as I continue to learn and grow and listen to you in regards to feedback, this will help me create a better experience for all of you. Speak more respectfully. I do speak respectfully.
Fuck off, Lizzie.
Oh, you guys are silly. If I'm not kissing.
Do you guys see the difference compared to how she acts on YouTube versus how she acts on Instagram? It's like a whole other person. And I feel like how she acts on Instagram is who she really is, in my opinion.
Your ass, then I'm somehow like mean? Is that what it is? Nah, I love you guys. Can we not have a banter back and forth? We're having fun right now, you guys. We're having fun.
I question if Matt was telling me the truth.
It was shining in the background, but that's kind of an inconsequential question and almost like a distraction.
To the audience to continually harass the chat with questions that I've repeatedly answered and have provided proof for. I do not at all want to hear any more about it.
Why are we talking?
You see how she acts? Yes, that's it, Mama. That's it. She's so condescending. She treats everyone like they're stupid. She's a hard person to like, and I have tried many times to give this woman the benefit of the doubt and just the way she treats people, and I think this is what I was just talking about. So let me go ahead and continue to play this. Hold on, let me put this on.
About Alec Baldwin. This has literally nothing to do with Alec Baldwin. Why are we talking about Alec Baldwin? I'm not talking about Alec Baldwin. What are people talking about Alec Baldwin? Alec killed someone? What? Okay, Alec Baldwin shot someone on set today. Okay. Got it. But this right now isn't about Alec Baldwin. So can we not talk about Alec Baldwin right now? Because we're talking about the laundry situation. So if you want to talk about Alec Baldwin, you can go find another live stream to talk about Alec Baldwin. We are not talking about Alec Baldwin right now.
I don't understand how people put up with that, because she literally treats her subscribers like they're replaceable, and I understand, like, you don't let your subscribers treat you any kind of way, obviously, but like my subscribers, every single one I worked hard for, and it's not just a number to me. Like, I would never tell my subscribers aren't replaceable. My subscribers mean a lot to me. She just talks like you can just talk to people like that and they just stay and tolerate it. Kind of reminds you of somebody else, doesn't it? Let's continue.
Why you guys are bringing Alec Baldwin into this conversation about the laundries. Stay focused on the issue at hand. But all these people in the chat are talking about Alex. I never talked about Alec. Let's talk about what's going on at the laundries. We are not talking about Alec. All right, I'm going to just turn comments off here for you guys to take a chill pill here.
I'd really appreciate like everybody to just like chill out. I'm sorry deeply to anyone that I've hurt throughout this process. I will do better.
Jackson Girls 1625, is super homophobic, you guys, just so you know. She hates gay people. I blocked her. She's in my comments though, and she's defending being homophobic because it says in the Bible. Why am I so judgmental? That's what she said. People say I'm judgy and they act like that's an insult. It's literally not an insult. People have their own entitled religious beliefs. It's not a religious belief to be homophobic. If you want to take the Bible so literally, go cut your hand off because you stole something, okay? And then call me. So I automatically assumed anything that you guys said was somehow a negative.
You guys, someone said I had a 90s aesthetic, like stuck in the 90s aesthetic. And I'm like, all my decorations and everything I buy in my house is definitely not from the 90s. Like when I think of the 1990s, I think of like lava lamps and bean bags and like black lights, shag carpeting. And that was not the 70s. Oh my gosh, that was not the 70s.
Who cares? Like, who cares? If somebody says you're in the 90s, so what? That's not an insult. Maybe they're giving you a compliment. Did you ever think of that?
I was a kid in the 90s and we had lava lamps and we had black lights. Like legit, that's what we had when. So I'm not remembering my childhood because in the 90s we had lava lamps and we had black lights.
Lava lamps.
I'm not saying that you guys do.
You guys, go subscribe to this channel. She's amazing. And that's literally how she looks at people too. Like, did I say you could speak? And I swear, it's like she's a colonel in the U.S. Air Force or something. I don't know. Oh my gosh.
You guys literally just come on here to, okay, first off, I'm going to turn off comments. I graduated high school in the 90s. I know what the 90s aesthetic is. I know lava lamps were not developed in the 70s, but I'm telling you, they were really popular in the 90s. So were waif models. So was Calvin Klein underwear, where you showed like the Calvin Klein like underwear stuff thing. How am I stuck in the 90s? Because literally, like if you look at my wardrobe, definitely not 90s. I actually get so annoyed when I see 90s clothes coming back because I'm like, oh God, that's like my childhood. I don't want to go back to my childhood. I'm big into wrought iron. Wrought iron. Okay, you know what? My husband's even going to annoy me tonight. I hate when I'm just trying to say shit and like people are constantly like correcting me.
And I'm willing to like admit my own shortcomings.
I hate when I'm just trying to say shit and like people are constantly like correcting me.
I'm crabby tonight. So if people want to like save this and like bring this on later. Enjoy the positive KJ community. Do not hurt other people.
I like to poke the bear. I poke the bear. That's what I do. Poke the bear, girl. Poke the bear.
There's no proof that I said these things. There's no proof that I would ever say these things. And anyone knows me that knows me. Those types of words aren't even in my vocabulary.
I don't hate anyone. There's no drama. Everything's great. There's no drama. Everything's great. I don't want to fight with people. Luca, do you want to fight? Do you want to go live with me and fight? I'll fight you.
This is how this is how she acts on Instagram, y'all. I don't think this is the video, so hold on.
One of the best things my therapist ever told me was like to count to 5. like really that easy. Like literally just counting to 5.
You guys are like ridiculous.
Another thing we worked on was not assuming that everything someone says to me is an attack.
There I go playing with my hair. You guys hate me for playing with my hair.
Okay, we also don't promote other channels while you're on my channel.
Me.
Oh shit. This channel is awesome. Okay.
I love all of my subscribers.
The Safari Arthur or whatever, you don't even think I'm press. You know what? You're going to go by.
One of my biggest challenges is managing my response.
Wow. Yikes. Man, you guys, just stop. Just ignore them. Stay on topic. You guys, like, come on now. Don't come at me. Don't yell at me.
I'm going to do shit that's going to piss people off. I always do. It's what I do. It's what I'm good at, you guys. I am good at pissing people off.
Fuck off, Lizzie. I hope you fuck off, Lizzie.
With GoDaddy payments, you can get.
I will link this channel in the description. And then also, Goose just linked it. She's freaking awesome. Like I said, this is my new favorite channel. Okay, so there's one more part I want to show you guys. And I'm pretty sure that it's on this one, okay?
People always yell at me for deleting comments, and they say, "Oh, you just delete comments."
Hold on. Wait. No, I think that is it.
It's because you don't want.
Shut the fuck up.
I can't control what other.
Come on. I'm waiting, Erica. I'm waiting.
Will I talk about the video that Joanna and Austin posted today? You mean the video that they posted yesterday? They did a Q&A yesterday. I do my best to move forward and to keep positivity on this channel because that is what I prided myself on. As much as you guys want to give me like advice and stuff about like how I run my channel, I'm gonna do what I do. And it's not like I don't care about you guys.
I don't give a shit what you think of me.
This is boring to you because I don't have tea. Like go away. Who fucking cares? People enjoy my channel the most because I don't do the edit videos and because I'm so available. And interact with people so well. Flashing lights are very distracting. I don't know what flashing lights you're talking about. I don't have any lights on here. There is no flashing lights. So my background is flashing. Well, I don't know what to tell you guys. If something's bothering you, I'm not so like fake.
What is with this filter? I'm not here to talk about tea. I'm actually here to talk about some issues. And if you're here for tea, you can just unfollow.
I'm very aware of that, especially in my career of doing tea. Maybe some people that find me don't realize how snarky I am. Is that what it is, you guys? Is that what it is?
maybe they don't even know how snarky I am. And, you know, sometimes someone will say something and I'm like, you know what? I didn't think about it that way. Amber, rewind this stream and you will answer that question. I already answered that question.
Do you guys see the entitlement? Like, I could never, ever tell you guys, unsubscribe from me, go somewhere else. If you don't like, if you don't like what you're hearing, then, or if you don't like what I'm talking about, then just unsubscribe from me. Like, I can never, ever be that cold-hearted to people who support me, who take the time out of their day to watch me when they could be anywhere else, but they're here watching me, and just tell people, oh, just bye, just go away if you don't like what I'm talking about. That's just ridiculous, and that's one of the reasons why I do not like this woman. But hold on, you guys are probably going to see me fast forward, but there's a reason for it, so hold on.
I love all of my subscribers. I don't really give a fuck what you have to say. It doesn't matter to me. If you like me, I don't care.
The Safari Arthur or whatever, you don't even think I'm press. You know what? You're going to go by.
Block, 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 block.
10-year-old shouldn't be on social media. And if he's such a bad person, why would you want him in your son's life?
Oh, Shannon.
Block, 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 block.
Goodbye. To those of you that have field slighted, that have come off rudely to, I'm sorry. I never intended to hurt your feelings.
Anyone that's in here that's saying that I'm not in the media, or I'm not a blogger, or I'm not a journalist, or I'm not a reporter, just go kick rocks.
I hope you guys all had a really good weekend, and I hope you guys did something to keep your heart
Block, 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 block.
I'm just
Block, 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 block.
I will always be respectful if you are respectful to me.
Do you guys not know who Todd Chrisley is? You know who Todd Chrisley is. Everyone knows him. We've talked about him like a million times.
The kind of stories that you make money on are the salacious ones that are so insane, like the Todd Chrisley stories. Those are the kinds of ones you make money on.
Okay, you guys, looks like there are some trolls that are infiltrating right now.
In the dungeon! Turn around in the dungeon!
Yeah, we've got some troll infiltration right now.
This is the part where I was talking about, so trigger warning again, okay?
Yeah, I did have to use the Duggar Girls faces. I did. Because the reason why we're talking about abuse is because of the family. And if you don't like it, Katie, don't follow me.
When I was 8 years old, I suffered through sexual abuse.
Oh, no, I don't want to. No, I don't want to talk about that.
I'll make this really quick. And the way for me to control my, what I was going through and the pain and the suffering was through not eating. I was also under control by him, and she's basically, from my observation, displaying all the behaviors that I did at that time. Someone who's under control, someone who doesn't feel strong enough to speak out.
Moving forward, I will do my best to engage in a more positive way with subscribers.
Shut the fuck up.
And do my best to remain respectful. You're going to dish it to me. I'm going to give it back.
Vax doesn't work. That's actually not true. So I'm going to just remove you from the live here.
Block, 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 block.
Katie, you're so stupid. I can't believe you would say that. Your channel sucks. God, you're horrible. Your lighting is terrible. Your views are dumb. Stop making these dumb videos. You're such a mean girl. Stop being such a hypocrite. You could not have said that more eloquently.
You can get names of people that called into police, but you cannot get names of people who called into CPS. In the state of Minnesota, CPS is anonymous. This group of people, no, it's not going to include their name. It's not going to include their name. I don't know what else to tell you, Mari. In the state of Minnesota, you're not going to be able to get access to a CPS report on this. You can get discoveries from police departments. Okay. This was not a police report. It was a CPS report that the police followed up on. My lawyers can request information from them. No, the police flat out told me that they can't release the name. But I don't, okay. I don't want to fight about this. Mari, do you want to just derail everything that I'm doing right now and just make this so that you're right and I'm wrong? No, I don't need your free legal advice. I'm not asking for your advice. I've never even seen this person before, and they are just going to get hidden. Block. First of all, someone randomly showing up in my chat pretending to be a lawyer.
A
name I've never seen before. Okay. Here's the deal.
That is one thing that I am going to say is I don't believe in, obviously doxing, and that's something that Katie Joy just did yesterday, where she doxed two creators, that I don't understand who the hell she thinks she is. She is too big of a creator, in my opinion, compared to these smaller creators who are doing commentary about her, bringing awareness, whatever the situation is. She just doxed these two creators, which is disgusting. But the point is that I don't agree with people crossing that line and bringing it into her family. I know that there has been a few times where somebody has called children's services on Katie, things like that. I don't agree with that type of stuff. Leave it on YouTube and YouTube only. The things that you don't like about her when it comes to YouTube. I know that there are some people who swear up and down that they've seen her do some horrible things because she's always live. Either she's live. I don't know if she goes live as much anymore on Instagram or whatever, but there are people who say that they've seen her. We don't know how she is as a parent. That's just my opinion. And I'm always going to stick to that. I don't agree with the real life shit. And Katie, especially being the person who has been doxxed so many times, to go and dox two creators shows her character. She literally stepped on a lot of people to get to where she is today. She has screwed over a lot of people to get to where she is today. And she hasn't really gotten that far, in my opinion. For as much as people talk about her, there's so many channels about her. Like someone said, there's a subreddit about her, 12K people. There's a reason for these things. And when these things happen, it's time for you to look in the mirror and take a look at yourself. I understand that the more you grow, the more hate you're going to get. That's just a given. But without a crystal ball, it's almost as if she feels like she has to respond to every single creator out there who doesn't like her and brings awareness about her. And to me, You don't have to respond to everyone. You can literally do your channel and ignore it. But it bothered her so much. But I think the number one question is, why does it bother you so much? You're a creator, you're getting bigger, and this just comes with the territory of being a creator here on YouTube. So why is it that you're suing people? Some people, I understand why she's doing it, but for the most part, it's like you're trying to silence people. Also proclaiming she's a horrible mom all over the internet is only going to harm her son later on. Exactly. That's the one thing that I stand against. I do not agree with it. It's not our place to judge her as a mother. It's nobody's place to do that. We don't live in the home with her. We don't know everything about her life, even though some people like to think that they do. We don't. So it's not our place to call her a bad mother, nor would I ever do so. So I think this part is on here. If it's not, that's okay, because we've seen pretty much what the point I'm trying to get across of how Katie Joy really is as a person, especially compared to how she is on YouTube versus how on Instagram, her behavior.
Mary or Mari or whoever that was. I have excellent attorneys, and I'm not worried about people on YouTube telling me what to do legally. I'm not here to get advice from you guys. I'm not here to get anything other than this is ridiculous. I was always sort of like a humanist that just believes in people.
I have a really hard time sometimes dealing with like people talking.
I already did a video on Natalia Grace and the Dr. Phil. Check my uploaded videos.
I have a very different format. I don't edit.
There was a lot of misinformation I
don't make like very well put together videos.
Hey everyone, it's Katie from Without a Crystal Ball.
One of the things that I've always prided myself on is I just hate hypocrisy. I enjoy nothing more than exposing that and pointing out the hypocrisy and reminding people that like you shouldn't always just blatantly trust someone because they say they're a good person. I am a good person. When you look at your life and things are derailing and it's always your actions causing the derailment, it's probably your issue, not everyone else's issue.
That's funny that she would talk about hypocrites, but because she is literally one of the biggest hypocrites I have ever seen here on YouTube. Okay, she is the biggest hypocrite. But I don't know if it was that video or another video where they literally elaborated on what I was just telling you about and how she treated this woman who went through the same thing as she did, but obviously a lot more traumatic because she lost her child. But exactly, that is how you get sued. And she just doesn't care what she says about people. She's just very problematic, you guys. And another thing too is I don't like it, and I'm starting to see now where a lot of creators are coming from, as far as, you know, Katie Joy always talking about how this creator got a subscribers off of her name, they make money off of her name and things like that. But here's the thing. Katie Joy is the last person to talk about how any creator is getting money off of her name. Okay, so yes, there are creators out there where their whole channel is her. All they talk about is her. And although that's not something that I would per se do, and I'm not saying that I never would, I don't know. You know, I guess if you're really passionate about a person, I can understand wanting to do the best you can to call them out on their shit, especially when you're as problematic as Katie Joy. She does a lot of, and it's every day, you guys. It's every single day. The things that she does, the things that she says on Twitter, all of these things, people call her out on them. And there are channels out there who is basically dedicated to just her. And they continue to keep growing. And she complains about these channels. But let's take a look at her channel real quick and see who she capitalizes off of. Now, I'm pretty sure that I've done this before. And I'm going to do this again. Because this shows you right here what a hypocrite she is.
Today we're helping Jana.
So let's look at Katie Joy's channel. This is her channel. She has grown. She has 237K subscribers. Congratulations to her. So let's see who she does a lot of videos on. Because I'm going to go ahead and guarantee you that the majority of the people that she does videos on are the Duggars. Okay? Let's go to playlist and see. $722 videos, more than anyone else that she's talked about. 722 videos on the Duggars. That's a lot of videos on one family, right? 722. Out of everyone that she talks about, 722 videos on the Duggars. So you really want to talk about hypocrite without a crystal ball, because you're a hypocrite if you can sit here and talk about other channels and other channels capitalizing off of your name and making money off of your name and lying on you, supposedly, allegedly, whatever, all of these things, when literally every single day you are doing a video on the Duggars and you have more videos on the Duggars. That's the majority of your channel is the Duggars. So you really can't talk about other creators and what they choose to do and how they choose to bring awareness on you when you have 722 videos on the Duggars. Okay? There you go. So what does that make you a hypocrite? So therefore, you can't talk about other creators who choose to have a channel dedicated to you, to bring awareness about you. Look at what you're doing. It's no different. I don't care if the Duggars are maybe, more popular or whatever. It doesn't matter. The point is, you're a creator here on YouTube and you're problematic. The things that you do, people have a problem with. So there's creators. Hey, shit, I started commentary because I had so much to say about you. Now, hold on one second. I want to see something. And I want to see if I can find this because it's really going to bother me, you guys. So hopefully I can find it. Hold on, you guys.
This is Katie Joy's.
He's yelling, he's crying. Kind of ruffle her feathers.
That strip in there, the little.
Yeah. I'm live. Well, I'm looking for something, but I can't find it. Darn it. Well, fine. I'll try to find it tomorrow. And that makes me so mad that I can't find that for you guys, because I really wanted you guys to see that. I could not believe some fans of the Chrisleys actually believed this woman and even went back and told the Chrisleys that they unsubbed from them because they believe this woman. Yes, and that's what we're going to be getting into tomorrow. I'm going to try to get all of them, you guys, all of the creators that Katie Joy has battled with. Every single one. In depth. I'm going to try to be in depth with it, but she has battled with so many creators, obviously, even celebrities, you know what I mean? And I kind of stopped watching her so much after that whole yelling at people and yelling at a woman who went through a really traumatic situation. Like, I can't with that. She's made 722 videos and only, holy crap, that's crazy. And that doesn't include all the other videos she does as well. Exactly. Like, that's what I'm saying. You can't sit here and talk about you are not a hypocrite, and you can't stand hypocrites when you are a hypocrite, because you can't get mad at all these other channels that are solely based on you when your channel literally is all the Duggars. That's it, you know? And in my opinion, eventually that's going to turn into something. Like, I don't know what, but to me, that is a lot of videos. She knows it all. Just ask Google. Amen. When I stopped watching her in 2019, her Duggar playlist only had 11 videos. Wow. So 20. Oh my goodness. That's crazy, Stina. I was expecting it to be bad, but I wasn't expecting 722. Yes, girl. 722 videos. And yes, Just Carrie, that's a lot. That definitely can be very obsessive if you ask me. That's a lot of videos on just a family, you know what I mean? And I know that family is problematic, and I'm sure that it brings her a lot of views. But still, well, I'm glad you enjoy exposing people, but I hope you understand, Katie Joy, that someone may find it fun too. Exactly. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Not so basic, Brooke. That's what I'm talking about. You obviously like, to me, that's starting to turn into she's exploiting them, but whatever. That's fun to her. Well, guess what? It's fun to other people to expose her. And you cannot very well sit here and say that you are not a hypocrite. You are the biggest hypocrite. And I want to show you guys one last thing, if I could bring it up. Let's see. on Katie. Okay, so I want to show you guys the very first video that I chose to add commentary to, and this is where I was talking about without a crystal ball. So I'm going to share this really quick. Take it to the top.
I know when I'm excited an audience. It's unlike any other movie you'll see this summer, or maybe this decade. Austin Butler stares down the lens and melts it.
I'm gonna show you what the real office is like tonight.
Netflix, rated PG-13, Friday.
Makeup, like I am. They have. If you haven't been to TJ Maxx, definitely get there. You know, there's steps that you have to take in order to even remotely come close to being a different person. You know what I mean? You can't become a different person from last week to this week. Just last week, she was threatening to take people to court, and she was literally doxing people. Now, all of a sudden this week, she's a different person. Come on now, you guys. Like, let's get our heads in the right place, because this is somebody that needs to suffer the consequences for her actions. It really is, because Katie is the type of person where if she doesn't suffer the consequences for her actions, she's just going to get worse and worse and worse. And that's why she's been able to get worse and worse and worse, not only being enabled by her audience and her supporters, but she's gotten away till this point. Even though she is being sued, she's still gotten away. She has still gotten away with a lot. Okay, that's just the reality of it. So for those of you that don't know, I'm not going to go too much into it, but if you don't know who Katie Joy is, she is a commentary channel, gossip channel, drama channel that pretends to be a journalist, and literally talks about mostly mainstream media. She talks about, you know, not mainstream media, mainstream like reality shows like The Duggars, Teen Mom, 90 Day Fiance. She mostly covers like reality shows. And this past year, she has decided, I think this past year, she looked at Bye Sister as a profit. And when she's seen that she can turn a profit from the beauty community, she decided to report on Tati and James Charles and Jeffree Star. She started dipping into the beauty community as well. And I really do feel like that's where she started to get more known. But to be honest with you, Katie really, really got her notoriety. How do you say it? She got more popular from obviously uploading 4 to 5 videos a day, whether it's a live or I don't even know how she does it, because she does have a kid and she has a husband. I think her kid is like, I don't know how old her kid is, but he's a special needs child. God bless him. And I feel like I just don't know how she does it. Like, it's hard for me. Like, right after this take and after I'm done, in between here, I have to go cook dinner for my kids. Like, I don't know how she does it, but she manages to upload 4 to 5 videos a day. And how she got popular and how I found her, and a lot of people found her, is when the whole Micah Stauffer thing was going on. And Micah Stauffer is, if you're not familiar with who she is, all you have to do is type in her name. She is a lifestyle / vlogger family channel that adopted a little boy internationally with special needs. Do you guys remember when the whole Micah Stauffer thing happened? I totally forgot about that. That's when I stopped liking Katie. That's when I stopped liking her. But this was in 2020. This was in 2020. This woman is exactly what I predicted. She just got worse. She didn't get better. She just got worse. There are more awareness channels about her. Her behavior has gotten worse, more entitlements, more obsessive, more doxing people. Like, it's almost as if maybe getting so many subscribers, and to be honest with you, it's not that many, you guys. She's been on this YouTube platform for a long time. I'm saying maybe it got to her head. I don't know. I think there's just not many consequences for her actions. So it enables her to continue to be problematic. Because as I'm sitting here watching myself talk about her in 2020, it just shows how she has gotten worse. She hasn't gotten better. I cannot simply believe that Katie talked that much shit about Tati just because of what Tati did to James. I feel like Katie has she has always had, excuse me, she's always had an underlying issue with Tati. Basically, it's just good old-fashioned jealousy. And nothing ever happens. Well, now this is Katie's karma. And I pray to God that Tati wins. She deserves to win. Nobody deserves to have this inflicted upon them. I'm sorry, I had to stop doing my makeup for a minute, but let me continue. I get kind of heated. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to liking brushes lately. But she said this lawsuit's going to take a while. You know what I mean?
The most refreshing use of $1.
As you can see, she gets me very upset. That whole Tati situation, that really could have changed everything. Maybe it would have changed Katie as far as the way she treats people, the way she talks to people, the way she treats her subscribers, all of these things. But it didn't change her because that lawsuit, nothing ever happened with that. And how many people is she being sued by now? I don't know. I think that when it comes to Katie Joy's behavior, I don't see her ever changing, you guys, because like I said, it's done nothing but get worse. It's just gotten worse and worse and worse. And she's literally one of the most entitled people that I've ever seen besides one other person. And you guys already know who that is. And I don't even really want to compare the two of them because in my opinion, you know, Without a Crystal Ball still has her channels, you know, and you know, she's not like she's on this platform. I'm surprised she made it thus far, having a channel with all the crazy stuff that she's done. But like I said, she knows how to do it well. She plays it very smart. She's very calculated. She tries to act very, very professional here on YouTube, but then on Instagram, she's a completely different person, like I said. But I just wanted to take it back because she was the inspiration of why I chose to add commentary to my channel. So that's why I wanted to take it back to show you like how mad this woman gets me. And it gets me mad to watch the way she treats people. And literally that was 2020. She was doxing back then. And she's still doxing till this day. So what does that tell you? Most of my predictions, I'm an empath, but most of my predictions and assumptions about people, I like to think I'm a pretty good judge of character. However, my flaw is that I like to give people the benefit of the doubt. But what I will say about Katie Joy is I predicted that she would get worse. And here we are. What is this, 2022, 2 years later, and she's gotten worse, and she's going to continue to get worse. When I was talking about her on the first video I did with commentary, when I was talking about her, that was literally me talking about her doxing people, the way she treats people, the way she puts out false information just to beat somebody to the punch. Oh, we'll get into that too. Like, she will literally take information and not even vet it. She won't even vet information. There's been so many times that she has put false information out just because she wanted to be the first person to come out with that information. She would rather be wrong, but yet she'd rather be wrong and be first than be right and win. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're right and you vet information accurately, you're going to win. But if you just take whatever information, like when Saunders Kennedy gave her information about Shane Dawson, remember all that shit? When you take information and you just go public with it, and then it turns out to be the wrong information over something very serious, and there's no accountability with her, because what she'll do is she'll just blame it on somebody else. Yes, just carry me. She is still married. But to me, she's just always been that person who has never had the ability to have any kind of self-control. And she's very, very, this is just me, part one, talking about her behavior. She's very, very, she has no self-awareness at all. And I used to be that person that felt bad for her because there are so many channels out there about her. But this woman doesn't care about all these channels that are out there about her. And to be honest with you, I'm a realist, and I'm going to keep it real, and I'm going to say that the majority of these channels, they're not doing anything but making her popular. And it sucks to say that, but it's true. It's true. These channels are what keeps her relevant. If there were no channels about her, then she would have no relevancy, in my opinion, because her channel literally is monotonous. It's over and over and over, the same thing, the same people. So to me, these channels that bring awareness on her, they keep her relevant. But in that same sense, I see their passion. I understand why they want to bring awareness on her, because she has hurt a lot of people. She still keeps doxing people. She still keeps getting worse and worse. And I honestly think that a lot of these channels are justified. Like, I used to think that about another creator that shall remain nameless that I fell out with, that I told you guys is a racist and all that kind of stuff. But regardless, I used to feel bad because there's a lot of channels about her. But in the same sense, every single one of those channels that bring awareness about her in a classy way, okay, let me repeat that, in a classy way, with integrity, is justified, in my opinion. It's justified because she's not a nice person. She doesn't care about anybody but herself. And that's the same thing how I look at Katie Joy. All of these channels that bring awareness about her in a very classy way with integrity, and they're not talking about her home life and things like that, because that's nobody's business. When they stick to the facts and they stick to the things that she has done here on YouTube or on whatever, Instagram, whatever, those channels are justified, in my opinion. I feel as though this comes with the territory. And when you walk around treating people like crap and telling your subscribers to go away, your subscribers should mean a lot to you. Every single last one of them. Because if it wasn't for them, you wouldn't be where you are. And in no way should you shoo your subscribers off as if they're replaceable, right? That's just crazy. And her behavior just gets worse. It does. It does. They are in two separate categories. I agree. Two separate categories. And I think I agree, just carry me. Two separate categories because KJ is bigger. She doesn't play it like, she doesn't play dirty like that other creator, in my opinion. Now, but I do feel like what they have in common is that there are a lot of channels that are against them. You know what I'm saying? That's what they have in common. Two different categories, but they do have that in common. Now, and nowhere near is there as many channels about that other creator than versus Katie Joy. Katie Joy is a bigger creator. It's understandable. But in that same sense, I still think that that's what they had in common. And that's what made me feel empathy, because that's how it is when you are a creator. The bigger you get, the more hate you're going to get. It's unfortunate, especially when you're in a commentary channel, a drama channel, you know, / opinion channel, whatever. When you have those kind of channels, not everybody's going to like you. Not everybody's going to like the things that you say. And some people are going to be jealous. Some people are going to do whatever they have to try to break you, to try to drive you away, to try to get you to quit. That just comes with the territory of being a creator. However, when you are going around doxing people and treating people like crap, doing the things and always pretty much defaming people, saying whatever you feel like you want to about people, lying on people, falsifying information, subjecting your audience to false information just so you can be the first person to beat every other creator to the story. All of those things, zero morals, zero integrity. Well, then those channels that are made about you is justified, in my opinion. But yes, two different, obviously. KJ is way smarter than that other creator, because if she wasn't, then she wouldn't have her channels either. If you're gonna be, like I said, with Katie Joy, to stick to the good, try to say good things about her. She does have, you know, she is very articulate, and she does have really, really great work ethic. I wish I could have her work ethic. I said that in my video in 2020. Like, I don't know how she does it. She only has one kid though. I have 3. One older one, but still, it's tough to be able to do. She was doing like 4 to 5 videos a day at that time, you guys, in 2020. I don't know if she's still doing that now. Like I said, I'm still researching. It's very painful to watch her. But anyway, I don't hate watch people. I don't hate watch. But obviously I'm researching her, so I will watch her. But she was doing a lot of videos a day. And I'm like, man, I wish I could have her work ethic. That's a good thing. It's a good thing to have great work ethic. You know what I mean? But that's hard. Like I always tell you guys, it's about managing your time. And it's hard because time goes by so fast. But in the same sense, that's just me making an excuse. And I shouldn't be making an excuse, because at the end of the day, if I want it to happen, then I can make it happen, right? I can make sure that I have time enough in the day to make sure that I'm trying to stay consistent with my channel. But it's definitely easier said than done, right? I wonder how many of her subs hate watches her now versus legit subs. I agree, Melissa Brown. I'm sure that she has a lot of hate watchers. I'm almost positive about that. But like I said, I don't like hate watching people. If I don't like you, I'm not watching you. You know what I'm saying? That's just the way it is. It doesn't make any sense for me to torture myself like that. It just doesn't. I think what bothers me worse than her mistakes is that she never apologizes for the people she hurts. That's what separates her from other creators that have also made mistakes, in my opinion. I agree 100%, Melissa Brown. And I love your picture. You are so pretty. Although KJ sad fishes, she's not constantly doing it and saying, pay me, pay me. Right, Goose. Absolutely. Yeah. 2 different categories, 2 different creators. Completely understandable. My only comparison is I felt I always try to find my empathy, especially when there's so much channels out there against you. You know what I'm saying? But then that's obviously when you have to do your research, and then you have to understand why. You know what I'm saying? When there are so many people, when you have a subreddit of 12K people, maybe it's time for you to look in the mirror. Yeah, there's no accountability with her at all. You are 100% right about that. And you're right too, Goose. And I think how many videos she pumps out is part of her problem. It's from her head straight to YouTube. Yes, without considering whether she should report something or how she goes about it. Exactly. And I'm pretty sure she said that too. She said that on one of the videos that we watch, like she wants to, pay more attention to the way that she reacts to things, because it's obvious that she just reacts. And the reason why she pumps out so many videos, Melissa Brown, I think one of one of those reasons is she wants to be the first to do that. She wants to be the first to the story all the time. She wants to be that creator that puts the story out before anyone else does. And it doesn't matter what the information is. It's not vetted. She's not thinking about it. But I agree. I think that's her number one problem. She has a very difficult time apologizing. And when she does, it's the whole yearly 6-month speech about I'll do better. Exactly. And then even when she does, talk about trying to do better, it's scripted. Like she's literally reading it off of a computer. To me, that's not genuine. I understand having something in front of you so you don't miss key points of what you have to say, but I'll never forget a lot of the apologies that she used to do. It was always scripted. She was looking straight off of a computer. Like, that's fake. That's phony. Like, if you're going to apologize, be genuine. Let it come from the heart. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I agree 100%. That is one of the main reasons I feel like her downfall is, as a creator, you shouldn't care so much about what people say about you. And to me, I feel like you would think that Katie Joy would look at it like, okay, this comes with the territory. People are going to talk about me, blah, 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 blah. But she doesn't look at it that way. Like she's always calling different creators out and then still doxing creators, like still to this day. And when that whole Tati situation was going on, I really thought that was going to be her karma. I really thought that was going to be a wake-up call for her. I don't want to see her lose her platform or anything like that. I just thought it would be a wake-up call for her, like, wow, because she said some horrible stuff about Tati. I really do feel like Tati had a case, but they ended up working something out behind the scenes or whatever, and she ended up not having any consequences to her actions. And she said a lot of horrible stuff about Tati and Tati's husband. It was horrible. And I think a lot of people were disappointed in that, because most people just wanted to see there are some people who actually just wanted to see Katie Joy suffer. And then there are the few who just wanted to see her be accountable for something, to have consequences for the things that she continues to do and get worse with. And I really do feel like if there would have been consequences to her actions when it came to her and Tati and that whole lawsuit, maybe she would have changed today. Maybe. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a huge reality check when you're out here defaming somebody and saying horrible things about them, and then you have to pay them millions of dollars. You know what I'm saying? And she wouldn't have been able to do that, but she would have had to pay something every month. I feel like if there would have been consequences, maybe she would have been a different creator today. I don't think she knows how to add valuable commentary to things. So she has decided she's going to be the first every time. Exactly. She has, yes, I read that. Not so Facebook. Hey, Mrs. Hey, Smiley. Oh, she had a case. KJ just threw what's his face under the bus in order to settle things with Tati, but she'll say she won when she actually didn't. Exactly. She did not win that case. She worked something out behind the scenes. She threw somebody else under the bus. And that's what I'm saying about KJ. She's a very shady person, and she has thrown a lot of people under the bus to get to where she is today. She really, really has. And that's the problem I have with her. You know, like, when you are a creator and you have a platform, especially when you have a bigger platform like her, you have a responsibility, you know, and your responsibility is to have some integrity, you know, and she just doesn't care about anything. She's so like nonchalant, and I think it's so important to be very, very aware of when you have, especially when you have a bigger audience. It doesn't matter what type of audience that you have. I'm talking about what the numbers are. Some people care about numbers, some people don't. I don't. But what I'm saying is I am so very blessed to have the subscribers that I have. But even when I get to 300,000, 400,000, I'm still blessed. I would never tell my subscribers and just be so unappreciative of the time that your subscribers put in to you. You know, how they take time out of their day to watch you, they support you, they pay you a certain amount of money each month, like your members. You know, they donate to you, they give you super chats, all of those types of things. And that should mean something to you. But when you are sitting there blocking people who support you just because they don't agree with something that you agree with, that's messed up. Like, that's messed up. And it just shows her character, her actions, everything about her. But you guys are absolutely amazing. I enjoyed talking about this. I just wanted to get into mostly the behavior of her, of Without a Crystal Ball, the way she acts, the way she treats her subscribers, the way she treats people overall in general. Now, for part 2, we're going to be talking about the creators that she's battled it with, the creators that she continues to battle with, the celebrities that she's battled it with, the lawsuits that she's currently in, all of these kinds of things. Just like with the whole Tati thing, no, she never won that lawsuit. She needs to quit saying that she won, but that is just to feed her ego, because Without a Crystal Ball has a huge ego. Like, you can look at her and tell it's so hard for her to even apologize. She can't even apologize to anybody. So that's what we're going to get into tomorrow. Some of the creators that Katie Joy has gotten into it with, I would say a few have done some bad things as well. And I'm not just going to sit here and be biased, if that makes any sense. Yes, I don't like Without a Crystal Ball. I think there's so many things about her that needs to change, and she definitely needs a reality check. But what I will tell you is this. There are some creators out there and subs who have done her wrong too. And I will be calling those creators out as well. So I'm not going to just call Without a Crystal Ball out and continue to talk about the things that she does. Yes, I'm still going to do that with her. But then there are some people who have literally made it really bad for the awareness channels that keep it classy, that handle their channels with integrity. There are a few bad apples who have done some really horrible things to Katie, and I don't agree with it at all. There are people who have called CPS on her and crossed that line with her, and I'm not okay with that. And yes, facts are facts. Well, welcome, Smiley. I'm so happy to have you here. Thank you for being here. But we will talk about that tomorrow. Thank you guys for being here with me. I love you guys so much. Thank you to my amazing mods. You guys are the heart of this channel, and I love you guys. And all of you guys, my subscribers, everybody who stops in, thank you for taking the time out of your day to watch little old me. You know, not much, but you know, whatever. Thank you guys so much for being here. And if part 2 may not be tomorrow, but it probably will be. But if it's not tomorrow, it'll be the next day. But I appreciate you guys all being here and taking the time to listen to what I have to say. And that's how it's going to be from now on. I want to broaden my horizons. Like, I'm just tired of all the drama. I'm tired of all of it. I want to talk about everything and different creators equally, not just one. There's so much that I have to talk about, so much to have to say, and we're going to do that here. And that's it. The last video that I do, the last live stream that I do will be an open panel though. So for anybody who wants to come up or anybody who's shy and build up the confidence to come up within the next couple days, because I know there's so many people, especially subs, that have a voice and want to say something. But you guys are amazing. Thank you for being here. Thank you to the channel that I played that was funny, laughed my ass off. I will link it in the description. Make sure you go subscribe to that channel. And thank you guys so much for being here. I love you guys. And I will see you guys tomorrow or the next day, but definitely within the next couple days. I love you, Megan. Just carry me. Goose, you guys are amazing. I love you guys. Goose. Who else? All of you guys. I hate saying goodbye. Deuces.
It sound right, boys. It sound right, boys.